Hi everyone, today we're reviewing the album Dream Widow by the band Dream Widow. And Dream Widow is the band, or the spin-off band you can call them, from the Foo Fighters. And if you know who the Foo Fighters are, you'll know that Dave Grohl is the singer and the guitarist, and he also played drums back in the day for Nirvana and a lot of other bands, but he is a multi-instrumentalist, and he said he always wanted to do a metal album. And I think this album is not that good. I mean, sure, from the intro here you could hear that he can scream. But then this song is 1.5 minutes, and yet it's one of the most exciting songs in this album. Because let me break it down for you. As you can see here, the album has 8 tracks and the runtime is 42 minutes. And as you can also see, there are 2 tracks at the end that are very long. One at 7 minutes, one at 10 minutes. And this album, other than Encino and March of the Insane, all the other tracks are boring. In my opinion, they're boring. You can think whatever you think. You can have your own opinion on this. You could be saying that I'm wrong. You could be saying that I'm right. But my opinion is that other than 2 tracks, this album is quite boring. Especially the 2 last tracks, because they're longer. And sure, they have some heavier, grittier solos or riffs, I should say. But in the whole experience, they just come off as a bit of a slog at the end. What do I think of every track? Well, like I already said, I like Encino and March of the Insane. But as for the other tracks, I'll break them down right now. The track Cold could have also been on a Foo Fighters album. I mean, sure, it has some heavier riffs than your typical Foo Fighters stuff, but other than that, it's not very different and not very interesting. Then you have The Sweet Abyss, which is one of those songs that I kinda like, but not enough. I mean, it could have been great if it was a little bit more up-tempo, because the rhythms in it are enjoyable at times. Then you have Angel with Severed Wings, and that's, in my opinion, just a very boring track in general. Then Come All Ye Unfaithful is a 5-minute track. In this track it feels like Dave is just roaring and screaming just because he needs to and not because he likes to. And I mean, to make a song interesting, you have to switch it up. And screaming doesn't switch it up, because he screams in pretty much every track here. And if the lyrics were better, I would enjoy this album a lot more, because the lyrics are so middle of the road, typical, edgy metal lyrics. I'm gonna kill you and you're gonna die in a fire and I hope you step on a Lego. But then the last 2 tracks, Becoming and Lacrimus Die Ebrius, especially the last one, which I'm going to refer to as LDE from now on. LDE is just, I mean, I've heard a couple of 10-minute songs in my music listening life, like The Globalist from Muse, Black Star from David Bowie, and a lot of other tracks. Iron Butterfly with Inagada da Vida, which has an immense drum solo and is a track like just a standard YouTube gaming video. Like, that song is 17 minutes long, and I enjoyed that song a lot more than this entire album. So for the 42 minutes of runtime this album has, I'd rather listen to Black Star by David Bowie. That album is like 1 minute less in runtime, has 1 track less than this album, and is way more enjoyable. But I'm not bashing on this album entirely. I mean, I said I like March of the Insane and Encino. So because there are some good elements in this album, I won't give it a 3. I'll give it a 4 out of 10. And that's all I got time for today. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video very soon.